Sir, thanks for speaking to us. Your first reaction to the massive victory by India, scripting history there, winning the Thomas Cup for the first time in 73 years.
I think it's a great moment for Indian badminton. And we have been watching Indian badminton, coming up for last almost 10, 15 years, ever since Saina Nehwal, if you remember, she became the toast of the nation. And after that, it was all, I think women's section. They have achieved so much. But in the men's section, there were achievements, there were individual achievements. But as far as team was concerned, I think we were lacking somewhere, somehow. But I think this is a moment. And all credit, I would say, the second match, the doubles game was a game changer. We were never expecting doubles pairs, both the double pairs, because they were much higher. In fact, in the world number one pair, we were playing against. And I think that particular match changed the entire scenario. And when they won the doubles second match, I think I was sure that between Shrikant, Kidambi Shrikant and HS Pranay, we are going to win at least one match, and we are going to win this tournament. This is a great achievement, and playing against Indonesia in Thailand, again against a crowd also, we had some crowd there, backing us, but most of the crowd was for Indonesia there. So I think it's a great time for India.
Well, sir, just one last question before I let you go. How much of it do you think could be contributed, should be, said for the government as well? Because if we talk about the sports infrastructure that the government has facilitated over the last few years, it cannot really go unnoticed if we talk about how much has been done by the former sports minister, Kiran Rijiju, for that matter. If you could throw some light on that as well.
Well, as far as I know about the badminton, the rise of badminton in India, I think the government has always been supportive. But it is not a contribution of entirely government. It is also the corporate sector. And also don't forget that it is that academy, the Gopi Chand Academy and Prakash Padukone Academy, Pro Academy, they have contributed immensely. Yes, government has been supportive. There is no doubt about that. Government has done their bit. But you can't give all the credit to the government.
Well, absolutely, sir. It is the right amalgamation of the effort by the government as well as the effort of the sports person. But yes, the point I wanted to make there is that the infrastructure that the government has provided over the past few years cannot go unnoticed. So thank you so much on that note. For speaking to us, we have Harpal Singh Bedi, also sports journalist, joining us on the broadcast. Sir, your first reaction to the victory that India has had in this Thomas Cup, scripting history there, bringing back the trophy home after 73 years.
See, it is a big, huge achievement. Bringing back, it's the first time India has got this victory in badminton.
Yes.
It's a big achievement for Indian sports. I won't say Indian badminton is a big sport for India. And India has become only the sixth country to win this trophy. The maximum number has been won by Indonesia, followed by Malaysia, and Japan, Denmark has won once, and India is the third one. So 6 countries have won. India is the 6th country, and 4 of them are from Asia. So I think it's a big achievement, and I was just listening to you, who has done it. I think the boys and the girls have overcome this inferiority complex. Government has helped everything, but you must realize now that our boys and girls have started going abroad very frequently. Be it boxing, be it wrestling, be it badminton, be it golf, be it the individual events are very important. And here we used to suffer from inferiority complex while fighting the foreigners. That is not the case now. And in the last 5-10 years, whether government supported or not, or whether there was infrastructure, but with the opening up of the economy and people going abroad, our boys and girls have gained confidence, winning medals in Olympics, winning medals in international competition. Leave aside team games where government has to play very important role, like cricket or hockey or football. But in individual games, it is their own work, their own confidence. I think credit be given to Prakash Padukone, Gopi Chand, but overall, then this all the girls, they have to do. The girls didn't win it, but PV Sindhu, she has been a shining star, winning tournament after tournament. And after that, this Shrikant has done it. But in this today's victory also, we should not forget the role of the doubles player. Chirag and Shetty, they played very well. Although Lakshya Sen was expected, they won it. Lakshya Sen has been in great form. Srikanth has been in great form. But the crucial match was won by the double pair, and that led to India's victory. I think it's a congratulation to Indian sports. It is coming up of the age. And in individual events, now we are at par. Whichever, even you see golf, which is highly elitist game, we are doing very well. We have doing very well in boxing, and yet international or world level, not only the South Asia level, we are doing very well in this thing. And when you say it is, what is the reason? The reason is that we have overcome that complex in the individual games that we cannot win against the foreigners. That complex is gone. Now we are winning tournaments after tournament. And this victory, though it is a big victory for badminton, it is a huge achievement for Indian sports.
Yes, Mr. Bedi, we wanted to understand at Republic that this is not a regular feat. Now, we've seen Sports Ministry announcing 1 crore cash award for the Thomas Cup winning team, and we're seeing the elevation of the Indian sportspersons at badminton level. What we wanted to understand was, in the last 5 editions, there have been 5 different champions, and India has defeated the Indonesian team, which has won this tournament 14 times. Now, how do you see this development going forward to Olympics, where the infrastructure of sports is ramping up and the players are giving a tough fight regardless of the level and the status of the competition? So how do you see this win towards Olympics, sir?
It's a huge event. I think it's a bigger than even Olympics because it's a world championship as far as badminton is concerned. It is a bigger thing. All the countries, it's an individual team event, is a very big achievement. And to beat us, Indonesia, and so comprehensively. And I think this is, I told you, this is only India is the 6th country to win this trophy. And as far as you are saying about Olympics, we are definitely going to do well. Because this individual competitions, my contention is, and my belief is that our boys have overcome that inferiority complex which they used to have. We used to spend money earlier also. It's not that we are starting spending money now. When we used to send huge contingents to Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, in Olympics we used to get qualified, but we never did well. Now that complex is over. We have started believing in ourselves. This is one of the biggest achievements among the individual players. You must remember this thing. When you are praising government or this thing, this is also that our belief in ourselves, that we can beat them. Otherwise, whenever you used to be a foreigner, we used to lose. And I have been in so many programs in the last 20 years when we used to win one match, which a history we created by winning a one match.
Yes.
And after that boy used to despair. Now we have started winning, and I think we have a long way to cover. But we should have faith in our boys, and the boys are paying it back. They have confidence in themselves, and they have done it today.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. We have Narendra Batra, the Indian Olympic Association chief as well, joining us on the broadcast. Sir, your first thoughts on this big victory of the Indian team bringing home the Thomas Cup. Your first thoughts?
Oh, my first thought, I think they have done a fantastic job. And India now becomes the 6th country to be winning the Thomas Cup. So my salute to all the athletes who have done this brilliant job. I saw the matches. I was seeing all this today. And I think they have done an amazing job the way they won 3-0. So my compliments, and I have no words how to express my thoughts, but they've done an amazing job, I guess.
Yes. And sir, while we speak, we have the Union Sports Minister also announcing 1 crore reward also for the team. How would you want to respond to that as well?
No, I would say I would like to thank the Union Sports Minister, Mr. Anurag Thakurji, for his immediate reward for the athletes, because it makes the athletes feel proud that their whatever they are doing is being acknowledged back home. And I would say even the state government and private business houses should also come forward and announce awards, because this should be an all-India spread now. The team has done a fantastic job, made the entire country proud. So the entire country should welcome that. And
yes.
I must once again thank the Honorable Sports Minister.
Absolutely. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to us. So that was the IOA president speaking to us. We have Shaurya as well, who continues to be with us and who tracks sports very, very closely. Shaurya, if you could share with us some more reactions that are coming on the social media, as people from across the spectrum, we have people from the sports world, from the political arena as well, lauding the team with the massive victory that we are seeing now.
Yes, as we are seeing from JP Nadda to Prime Minister Modi, everybody is lauding India's victory here at the Thomas Cup, because as we know, this is not a regular win. as Anurag Thakur, the sports minister of the country, has announced 1 crore cash award for the winning team here. We've seen singles and doubles players shine at the Thomas Cup, defeating Indonesia. And on route final, they've defeated previous past champions also in Malaysia and Denmark. Now, we know that this only elevates India's level ahead of the Olympics. Today's historic win is only a testimony to the fact that the hard work has been put in by these players, and it's being recognized not just by the leaders but also by sportspersons across the aisle who recognize this, how special this victory has been, where 5 different teams have won the 5 previous editions, where one of the toughest tournaments in the world have been conquered by Indians comprehensively by both singles and doubles players. And this is being appreciated by the entire nation and particularly the sports persons across the aisle. Back to you.
Well, Shaurya, stay with us. We have